Back in July of last year, I was asked to perform at the Taste, which I agreed. And so I said, well, in my contract, I stated that if you all fail to contact me, you should pay me $8,000.
All right, first things first. Don't come at me with all that legal mumbo-jumbo talking about should and might. Let me tell you something about contracts, all right? Contracts don't say should. They say will or must. That's the solid stuff that holds up in court. Should? Nah, that's weak. That won't stand a chance. So miss me with all that wishy-washy nonsense. Now, before we get into this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this video, and of course, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're talking about the Thornton Township meeting that went down on March 25th. So check it. A lady stepped up at that meeting, and she came in hot, throwing all kinds of smoke at the trustees. But fast forward to tonight's meeting, guess who showed up again? Yup, sis is back, still talking the same talk, still throwing the same shade. But you already know me. I'm the one who sees through all the smoke and mirrors. So I went back and watched that March 25th meeting again. And let me tell you, honey, there's a whole contradiction going on. What she said then, not lining up with what she's saying now. It's giving flip-flop realness. And I'm about to break it all down for y'all. Trust me, this one is juicy, so grab your popcorn. Let's dive in.
My name is Catherine Granberry. I am a township employee for 12 years. Back in July of last year, I was asked to perform at the Taste, which I agreed. Angela asked me to submit a contract/proposal. I did the same day. Okay. This was like maybe a month and a half before the actual Taste. So she said she needed to bring it to the board to get approved and everything. So meanwhile, in passing in the hall, Angie, I asked her that did they approve? So she said nothing happened. So okay. So we were really excited, me and my band, Lady and the Gents. We're excited about performing on the same stage as Kiki.
Now hold up, isn't that a little weird? Didn't she just say she didn't know if anyone had been approved to perform? But then she turns around and says, wait for it. While we're waiting to find out if it's approved, my band and I were super excited about performing with Key White. That's a big reason why we're here right now. Okay, hold on, which one is it? That's a pretty massive contradiction, don't you think? 1 minute she's unsure, and the next, she's acting like it's already a done deal. Yeah, that doesn't line up.
Approved, so she said nothing happened, so okay. So we were really excited, me and my band, Lady and the Gents. We're excited about performing on the same stage as Kiki.
Yeah, she was hyped to perform with Kiki Wyatt, and let's be real, Kiki is a singer. Not just any singer, either. She's famous, she's made it, and she's got real talent. So of course this lady was pumped to be part of something with Kiki Wyatt. I mean, just being on the same stage or at the same event. That's a big deal for her. She was like, asterisk, wow, I can't believe I might get to do this. Kiki's amazing, asterisk, okay? That's what she said. And look, there's a reason I'm pressing this point the way I am. There's more to this story, and the pieces just aren't adding up. Hold tight. So get this, on that same day, I got someone asking me to perform at another event. I turned it down because everybody was excited to be on the same stage with Kiki Wyatt. Now, here's where it gets real messy. Here's what she's claiming. On that same day, or whenever it was, 'cause you know these random vague days she's talking about, she says she got offered another gig. But according to her, she turned it down because she thought she was going to be performing at this event. Now she wants to act like it's their fault for her missing out. But let's be clear. Nobody told her you're confirmed, or you can't accept other gigs. There was no contract, no written agreement saying she was booked. So if she turns something else down, that's on her. That's her issue. And honestly, you can just feel it. She's lying. It's a vibe, you know? It's giving very much. Let me say something to make myself sound important. But stick with me, because when I show you what's coming next, you'll see exactly what I mean.
Okay, so time passed. We missed the concert. I gave up my day.
Now, she says, I gave up my day. But hold up. Hold up. She also said she didn't even know what day the concert was. So how exactly do you give up your day for something when you don't even know when it's happening? Like, make that make sense. Because when she eventually found out, guess what? The concert had already happened. And you know what she said? Asterisk, what? Nobody contacted me? Asterisk, that's when she suddenly had a problem. But let's be real. She only realized the date came and went after someone else mentioned it to her. So, again, how are you canceling another gig for an event that you supposedly didn't even know the date of? You don't even know when the concert is, but somehow you're making all these sacrifices for it? It's not adding up. It's a straight-up contradiction. But wait, that's not all. There's just one more red flag I caught, and we're not done yet. Buckle up, because baby, there's more.
Gave up their day. We didn't get to perform. The money came around. I was at the front desk. Robin says, hey, Trish, we got a check there for you from the case. I said, so when was somebody going to tell me I was performing?
So when was someone going to tell me I was performing? You didn't even know the date. The date came and went, and she didn't even notice. But remember, she started this whole thing saying she had an offer for another gig and turned it down for this one, but then, get this, she didn't even know when the concert was. No solid date. So how do you claim to have passed up another gig for something when you didn't even know when this one was? It's not adding up, and we're still not even at the core of it yet. Now it's Monday, and she says, well, in my contract, I stated that if you all fail to contact me, you should pay me $8,000. Should? Now listen, don't come in here with that legalese talking about should. Let me tell you something about legalese. There ain't no should in a solid contract. A real contract is going to say will or must or shall. You better do this or else, but should? That's soft. That's not binding. That's a suggestion, and we all know it. Now look at the language she's using. Hey Trish, we got a check there. If you didn't find your case, then I asked, so when was someone going to tell me I was performing? Again, this is Monday. She says, well, in my contract, I stated that if you all fail to contact me, you should pay me $1,000. Should? Again! That's not how contracts work. Let me put it to you like this. You ever apply for a job and then write on the application that if they don't call you back or don't let you know whether you got the job or not, they owe you $1,000? Like, that's wild. According to her logic, you could do that. I didn't even know that was a thing I could have been doing all these years. Demanding $1,000 every time someone ghosted me. 46 years of my life wasted not demanding $1,000 every time somebody left me on red. Lady, this is what you sound like. You should have heard yourself say should and stop right there. If you're going to lie, at least lie well. That's all I'm saying. And we still haven't even gotten to the root of it yet. Then she wants to talk legalities. She says, I've been performing for the township for years. Okay, girl. For years you've been performing, but now you're upset because you couldn't secure a gig when you didn't even know the date. And this is the whole mess we're talking about. You got mad at everyone else while yelling at the wrong people. You can't get Tiffany's address. Everything else is public, but you can't get that. Let me guess. You know she's not going to give you anything, so now you're trying to bully someone else? That's not going to work. My band and I waited, just like she did. We waited patiently. But I'm not here to make extra noise. I know what the township's dealing with, and I'm not here to make it worse. But she says, I know I had no business making a deal with a deal. So you knew, but you still came here trying to see if you could get over on us? You picked this moment right in the middle of all this chaos, thinking it was the perfect time to act out, but you said it yourself. You're not getting anything. You said, should. You said, if they don't contact me, they should pay me $1,000. That's a suggestion, not a demand, not a binding term. You can't build a whole argument on a suggestion and expect anyone to take it seriously. That's what this is. And we don't need any more of it, but I would like for you all to honor my contract before the next administration steps in. Nobody sent me anything. I think she's probably already talked to a lawyer, and the lawyer told her, yeah, they ain't. Gotta give you nothing. Just sit down. But she showed up again tonight. This meeting happened tonight, as of April 22nd. She came last month, and she's back again this month. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, y'all know why I'm here. I'm not sending out any more emails. I'm standing on business now. Y'all have been wasting my time. There are three things I don't play about: my money, my time, and my grandbabies. And you all have been playing in my face for 7 months. Oh, they've been playing in your face? It's not because they don't know nothing about you. And that's some Tiffany type stuff. That's not what this is. Just checking. 7 months I've been asking y'all. I've been patient. I've been understanding, trying to figure out what's really going on in this township. Trina over there playing hype man. She's one of those people, storms in, kicks everything over, knocks all the walls down, then calmly says, "Look, I don't want no trouble." Girl, look at this place. You were supposed to say that before you knocked everything over, not come in here like a wrecking ball and then act like it was peace and love all along. And let me just say, I don't understand how y'all paid that other entertainer a whole month before the event. Asterisk, asterisk, thousands for dollars, and she didn't even give y'all $200 worth of work. Let's not act like that ain't something. I turned down another paid gig just to be part of this. Me and my whole crew were so excited. We wanted to be on stage with Kiki Wyatt, you hear me? A star, a celebrity. We were excited, honored even. And now, because I didn't get paid. And let's not forget, I didn't even perform. I'm left here begging y'all to give me my money. Meanwhile, Kiki Wyatt, a Grammy-nominated artist, performed in the rain in front of basically nobody. 7 people, maybe. She had to perform like she was at the BET Awards and there wasn't even an audience. She needed to be paid up front. Okay, that was beneath her. This whole thing was beneath her. Like underworld levels of beneath her. The least y'all could have done was make sure people were paid before they showed up. But no, now y'all got this low-tier, unclassy broad performing, and she got paid in advance. Suddenly, she's everything. And I'm begging? She didn't even perform. And she wants that check? Gotta remember, she's acting like someone who performed, like she was on stage, sweating her wig out in the rain, breaking down sound equipment, busting up gear, hauling stuff back and forth. But no. Asterisk, asterisk, she didn't even show up. Asterisk, asterisk, she didn't see any of it because allegedly she didn't even know what had happened. Which is weird because didn't she say she turned down another event to be here? That would mean she knew the date. So how do you not know what happened, which is, this woman needs $1,000 bad. I don't know why. Honestly, if everybody here just chipped in $120, maybe $140, we could get rid of her. Y'all really want peace? Pass a hat around, cough it up, and move on, because she's got to go mess with somebody else. She doesn't know who she wants to be from one day to the next. She keeps saying, honor my contract. Okay, cool, but even she said, you should give me $1,000 if you don't contact me. That seems to go over y'all's heads. Oh, they're dumb now? That's what she's saying? Well, that's one way to try to get money you ain't owed. Call people dumb and hope they get to you just to shut you up. But the lawsuits this township is already dealing with? You think they're about to hand you money on some? Yeah, that's a hard sell, lady. A real hard sell. She stood there and said, I want an answer today about what y'all are going to do. And the answer? Oh, nothing. We ain't giving you anything. Because you said should. That's the deal you made with Tiffany. You need her. Address? I'll give it to you so you can go raise hell over there, and that's on some real talk, but please, don't let Trina get involved. Because if Trina's good at anything, it's hyping up the wrong energy. If your energy's messed up, she's an amplifier. She'll be in the background like, yep, knock that _ Grover girl. So you're getting arrested, and she's screaming, you don't need to let them put those handcuffs on you. Fight! Next thing you know, you're under the jail, and Trina is on the other side of the bars like, yep, that's right, you good girl. So when y'all go have your little secret meeting, make sure this gets brought up. I'm tired. I don't have any more time to waste on this, and y'all clearly don't respect what people do. I'm done. I don't want to sue. But let's be real, I can't sue, because y'all know. Just like I know, I said, if what you're saying is true, then it means they don't owe you. Because according to you, your words and your own conviction, if they don't contact you, they should give you $1,000. Sure, it's a good thing they ain't you, because there ain't no lawyer in the world going to be like, yeah, that's airtight, totally enforceable, great work, girl. You might as well have written in that contract, if y'all don't contact me, you should give me your firstborn. Now imagine that. Everybody would have laughed that off, rolled their eyes, and kept it moving. It's clearly a joke, until later this woman shows up talking about, with a firstborn, I had a contract. I'm just saying. That's what should gets you nothing. Maybe arrested, depending on what else you threw in that contract. But I will sue if I have to. Go ahead and stand on your business, but let's be clear. That's not how business works. Y'all asked me for the contract, I submitted it. No, baby, them people up there didn't ask you for nothing. Let's not pretend like the entire township. Council has been waiting on your contract. They probably don't even know who you are. Let's be honest. I don't think they know who you are, and Trina over there hyping you up like it's the BET Awards. You said they failed to contact you, but let's walk through that slowly. They didn't fail to contact you. They just chose not to. You know how I know they chose not to have you perform? Because, asterisks, you didn't perform. Even from over here with my bad eyes, I can see you weren't on that stage. Clearly, they didn't want you. And I think that's what's actually pissing you off. It's not the money, it's the rejection. They didn't want you. They said, we got Kiki. We're already paying $30,000 for Kiki Wyatt. What do we need you for? Bad attitude and all? Let's talk about that switch up, though. You went from praising Kiki like she was your hero to throwing shade at her in 0.3 seconds. You were fangirling 1 minute, then next minute you're acting like Kiki Wyatt's. A problem? You can't convince me you ain't got some diva energy. You radiate it. Now let's get back to this contract. You said it says, if you cancel me out, you owe me $1,000. Then you say, I feel like y'all canceled me out. Feelings? Asterisk. You can't sue someone over your feelings. I feel like y'all canceled me. I feel like I should be paid. Sweetheart, that's not how legal contracts work. That's not even how common sense works. You want to stand on business? Cool. But what you're standing on is made out of Jenga blocks and wishful thinking. They didn't fail to contact. They made a decision, and that decision was no thank you. You didn't make the cut. I know that stings. You turned down another gig, didn't you? Because you thought this one was locked in. Now you're trying to act like you turned down multiple gigs. Let me get this straight. You knew one thing was happening on one day, and somehow that made you stop working entirely? You didn't go to the store, didn't visit family, didn't hustle up a backup gig. You just sat there and waited for one event. Nah, that don't sound smart, baby. That sounds like someone trying to build a paper trail for a lawsuit that ain't going to land. Also, you keep saying you put in the contract that they had to contact you, but the way you worded it, if y'all don't contact me, y'all should pay me $1,000. That's weak. That ain't legalese. That's legally. A good luck arguing this in court type of clause. So, if there were 4 other people up for the gig and they didn't get chosen either, are all 4 of them owed $1,000? What, because they didn't go do something else that day? You can't punish people for not choosing you. That's like going to prom, not getting picked, then invoicing the whole student body. Make it make sense. I get it. You're upset. Your feelings are valid. Your logic, however... Girl, your logic is out here robbing people to sound like a heist. You're demanding money for something you might have done if they'd said yes. But they said no, and now you're mad that the no wasn't emailed nicely enough. You're not making sense. And everybody can hear you do know that, right? You keep repeating that they asked for your contract. No, boo. Nobody did. You volunteered that, and they quietly declined. Now you're threatening to sue because they didn't pick you? That ain't business, that's delusion. And Trina's over there hyping this lady like she's about to get a check today. Yes. Girl, stand on it. Trina, please sit down somewhere. You said when y'all do your little secret meeting, please remember me. Okay, they'll remember. They'll remember not to ever book you. You said, I'm not leaving. Somebody's going to give me an answer today. Spoiler alert, nobody's giving you an answer today. You ain't getting nothing but ignored. I don't like the fakeness either, but what I like even less is folks lying boldly and loudly, trying to guilt trip and gaslight their way into a payday. This whole vibe is sneaky. Tiffany just left, and here comes another one trying to yank what they can from these people. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting thought I'd share. I saw her little head pop out earlier, and I remembered I wanted to make a video on her, last time when she pulled that other stunt. But I didn't, so now I'm combining both moments doing a comparison, because something tells me this lady ain't done. She's gonna keep popping up like a bad penny until somebody gives her something. But guess what? They're not going to give her anything. So guess what? She's gonna keep popping up at every single meeting, and that's how this is gonna go. All right, y'all behave. Because I'm not going to. Absolutely not. Why would I? Don't even sound fun. I'm not even going to pretend. Not gonna lie and say I'll try, okay? But Mama loves you. Yes, she does. Peace.